Hi, you are welcome on the Continuity channel. Today I shall discuss about the pump and its types. Let's start. At first I tell you that what is pump? Pump is a mechanical device which is used to flow the liquid or slurry from one place to another by pressurizing them. Look at the figure. This is a centrifugal type of pump. Today pump became a necessary part in our life. It is used in various places in daily life, such as a submersible pump, centrifugal pump, and hand pump to get the water out from the underground water for drinking, agriculture and for many purposes. It is also widely used in the industries to move the liquid from one place to another place. There are also various applications of pump. Now, I tell you about the classification of the pump. At first, pump is classified into two parts. First, kinetic pump and second, positive displacement pump. Kinetic pump is further classified into two parts. First, centrifugal pump and second, turbine pump. Centrifugal pump is also further classified into three parts. First, radial flow pump, second, mixed flow pump and third, axial flow pump. And now, positive displacement pump. It is also classified into two parts. First, reciprocating pump and second, rotary pump. Reciprocating pump is further classified into two parts. First, piston or plunger pump and second, diaphragm pump. And rotary pump is also further classified into four parts, like vane pump, lobe pump, gear pump and screw pump. Now, I tell you about the kinetic pump. Kinetic pump is a device that imparts the energy of motion, that is kinetic energy, to the liquid by use of a rotating impeller, propeller, or similar device. Kinetic pumps have the following characteristics. Its discharge is high and continuous. Efficient performance over a range of head and capacity. They are economical. I have told you that it has two types, centrifugal pump and turbine pump. So, let's discuss about the centrifugal pump. All centrifugal pumps use one pumping principle is that the impeller rotates the liquid at high velocity to build up a velocity head. At the periphery of the pump impeller, the liquid is directed into the volute or casing. The volute commonly has an increasing cross-sectional area along its length, so when the liquid travels along the chamber, its velocity is reduced. See to Bernoulli's theorem, when liquid loses velocity energy, that is kinetic energy, it must increase the pressure energy. Hence, the pressure of the liquid increases. Look at the figure. This is a centrifugal pump. Liquid enters from the suction side, impeller gives kinetic energy by rotating. Volute converts this kinetic energy into pressure energy and then liquid out from the discharge side. Now, turbine pump, it is also known as regenerative pump. A turbine pump is a special type of centrifugal pump which has impeller-like turbine with radially oriented blades to move the fluid. They are preferred where high head, low flow and compact design are required, such as in deep well pumping. There are following advantages of this pump, such as it generates high head and high pressure, better handling of liquid-gas mixture, flow rate less variable with pressure change, compact design. And now, disadvantages, such as low flow rate, tight internal clearance required clean liquid, particularly susceptible to damage from improper assembly. Look at the figure, this is a turbine pump. It has impeller-like turbine. Now, types of centrifugal pump. I told you earlier that centrifugal pump is divided into three parts, which is as follows. Radial flow pump, mixed flow pump and axial flow pump. Now radial flow pump. In radial flow pump, liquid out radially. That's why it is called radial flow pump. In mixed flow pump, liquid out partially in axial direction and partially in radial direction. That is in mixed direction. That's why it is called mixed flow pump. And in axial flow pump, liquid out axially, that's why it is called axial flow pump. Look at here, there are radial flow pump, mixed flow pump and axial flow pump. Look at this diagram. This diagram clearly differentiates between them. Look at the liquid exit path. In radial flow pump, liquid out radially, that is at the angle of 90 degree to the pump shaft. In mixed flow pump, liquid out in partially radial and partially axial direction. That is making an angle greater than 90 degree. That's why it is called mixed flow pump. And in the axial flow pump, liquid out in the axial direction. That is parallel to the pump shaft. That is making an angle 180 degree. That's why it is called axial flow pump. Now, positive displacement pump. In these pumps, the liquid is forced to move because it is displaced by the movement of a piston, vane or screw. Some common characteristics of these pumps are as follows. It is used for high pressure application. It has variable flow rate. Damper is used to reduce the pulsation and flow variation. It gives low flow rate. Capable of efficient performance at extremely low volume flow rates. Higher overall efficiency than centrifugal pumps because internal losses are minimized. I told you earlier that there are two types of positive displacement pump. First, reciprocating pump and second, rotary pump. Reciprocating pumps utilize the principle of a moving piston, plunger, or diaphragm to draw liquid into a cavity or cylinder through an inlet valve and push it out through a discharge valve. They can handle a wide range of liquids, including those with extremely high viscosities, high temperatures, and high slurry concentrations. Reciprocating pump is further classified into two parts: piston or plunger pump and diaphragm pump. Piston or plunger pumps are reciprocating pumps that use a plunger or piston to move the liquid through a cylindrical chamber by pressurizing them. The main difference between the piston pump and plunger pump is that, in the piston pump, the high pressure seal reciprocates with the piston, and in the plunger pump, the high pressure seal is stationary and a smooth cylindrical plunger slides through the seal. Now, diaphragm pump. A diaphragm pump is a positive displacement pump that uses a rubber, thermoplastic or Teflon diaphragm to pump the liquid. Look at here, there is a plunger pump in which plunger is reciprocating inside the cylindrical chamber and generating pressure head. There are two Teflon diaphragm plates in the second figure which is used in the diaphragm pump, which act as a cavity or chamber where liquid is pressurized by the expression and contraction process of the diaphragm plates. In the next figure, there is a piston pump. Piston pump works same as plunger pump, but the main difference between them is that, in plunger pump high pressure seal remains stationary while plunger reciprocate, and in piston pump high pressure seal reciprocate with the piston. Look at the figure. This figure also differentiate clearly between them. Now, rotary pump. A rotary pump is a positive displacement pump that consists of vanes, lobe, gear mounted to a rotor that rotates inside the cavity and pressurizes the liquid. It has a chamber that contains gears, cams, screws, lobes or similar devices. It has tight running clearance. Rotary pump is further classified into four parts, as follows: vane pump, lobe pump, gear pump and screw pump. Let's discuss them one by one. At first, vane pump. This pump utilizes vanes in the form of blades, which draw the liquid into the chamber and pressurized it. Second, lobe pump. In this pump, liquid is carried between rotor lobe surfaces from the inlet to the outlet. Third, gear pump. In this pump, liquid is carried between gear teeth and displaced when the teeth engage. And fourth, screw pump. In this pump, liquid is carried in spaces between screw threads and is displaced axially as these threads mesh. This pump has a rotor with external threads and a stator with internal threads. I shall tell you about these pumps in detail in the next video. Otherwise this session will become too long. Now, look at these figures. There are vane pump, lobe pump, gear pump and screw pump. I shall tell you about these in the next video. Thanks for watching. I hope you understand well. If you have any doubt then tell me in the comment section. Thank you. Have a nice day.